Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the University Academy podcast. I'm your host, John Jennings. With me, as always, behind the scenes, we have Mr. Ryan Kraft producing, and on screen, I have my co-host, Mr. Chris Smith. Chris, how we doing?
Fantastic. I'm on vacation. How are you, John?
I'm doing well, thank you. You need a vacation after all that work you did this weekend doing the commentary. You and
Blast.
Mr. Andrew from
It,
Andrew Holter from Go Beyond Gaming.
heck yeah, it was a blast. I was gonna play originally, and
Mm-hmm.
then I got asked to commentate because I'm like, sure, if you need someone, no one stepped up. I'm like, so I'll step up, and then I stepped up, and we crushed it.
Yeah, you
Um,
did.
we had a blast. It was so much fun. Every match was great. I know I did my old man storylines at the beginning of the whole entire thing, and it actually came to fruition. We had a Momo.
Mm-hmm.
We had a repeat winner. It was
Yep.
nuts, it was crazy. So like it was a lot of fun, and I'd love to do it again. So heartbeat, I'd do it again. It was worth it.
I
So
I
much
hear you,
fun.
man. It's a lot of fun. It
Yeah,
is a lot of
you
work,
know
though.
firsthand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
firsthand.
Yeah, it's
You
I do think
actually had to work harder than I did because you didn't get breaks at all. We got breaks. You didn't get breaks. So
it's right, exactly.
I would
Exactly.
definitely
Back
talk
in
to
my day, we didn't get breaks for commentating.
we
All
just
you
walked up,
young people who
full
are actually
fade.
older than me.
Yeah, it was Brian in the back end, he was fantastic. He was in our
Mhm.
ear letting us know what's going on. Andrew's a consummate professional.
Oh, yeah.
I want to say he's easily outside of my UA boys, he's
Mhm.
my favorite MHA content creator. It's just that voice is silky smooth, like
Mhm.
yours. Like
Oh,
I'd
thank
watch.
you.
I think you and him. Oh yeah, you and him should commentate something because then I'll just sit there and listen to it and just be like, oh
It's
man,
just AMSR or whatever.
it's just so good. It's so good.
Oh.
But yeah, it
Oh,
was
well,
it was
thank you.
fantastic. So congratulations to Travis Tangeman on Momo.
Mhm. Yep.
Everyone run for the hills banner. Ah,
Oh, no!
oh
She's won
no,
multiple events. We have to
oh
ban her.
no, banner. Oh no, she's getting support in set three. Oh no, no. I mean, there was opportunities that
Mhm.
Brandon had. There were opportunities like Keenan had him. It just misplayed by one life. It's just you kind of have to get lucky, to win an event sometimes. Even I mean,
Yeah.
even you do have to be good. It helps if you get lucky a few times. Look at me in
Yeah.
Provisional 6, I got lucky a lot. I don't know how I won that thing, but, yeah, it helps. But,
Mhm.
yeah, Travis, I mean, like we've been saying, he's been on a tear, like, ever since season 2 into it's a good start for him into season 3, and we'll see where it goes with Pasadena this weekend, man. There's gonna be a lot of heavy hitters coming out for that one.
Mhm. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure that Travis is gonna be out there, and I
Yeah.
mean, at this point, one would assume playing the Momo Life deck. I feel like a lot of people, unless he's just really gonna swerve people here, because a lot of people would assume if you're going to play in the provisional with an RLE the next weekend, and you're going to that, it's to get the reps in, to get some practice,
Yeah.
maybe see, maybe I want to try out this lineup in my deck, maybe,
Yep.
and see how it goes. And so
Mhm.
unless was all like a smoke screen, and he's just gonna come out with something crazy.
Gonna come out with
Uh,
some like I don't know, some shoji life something. I don't know, but
yeah.
everyone's complaining about the life symbol. Life symbol's fine. Just
Mm,
like Dave went on his rant on the Discord. It's
mhm.
with a two set meta. Certain things rise to the top. Insert Randy Savage and
Oh yeah,
yeah, and just certain things
cream
come.
always rises to the top.
Exactly. Certain things were just better at certain points, but eventually stuff comes out, like today
Mhm.
today as of recording, I'm dating the episode before you do. We had a bunch of evil cards come out,
Eat on that,
and
Matt.
man, let's go. We got some
Mhm.
evil support, and
Mhm.
super excited. But yeah, anywho, Pasadena's this week, and I'm going. I know
Mhm.
Chris Bromley just said he's going, which is insane because
Ooh.
like he wasn't gonna go, and then it's just
Oh,
like, well, I guess he's
yeah.
going. He's staying in my room, so I'm just like, what's going on? It's gonna
Yeah,
be
man,
nuts.
you ruined the surprise. It's just had like when he shows up, it's like in wrestling. We're talking about Macho Man. It's like wait till his theme music kicks in. It's oh my god, it's Chris Bromley.
Like, it's like, do the whole Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah, that'd be funny. But yeah, I mean, at this present time with Worlds points on the line, why if you can make it, I mean, go because every point counts at this present
Mhm.
time, right? With some people not be able to make Toronto because it was in Toronto and short notice, and we just had Nats
It's
announced
announced as of
today,
today
as
that
of
it'll be
today.
Veterans Day weekend in November
Yeah,
in Dallas.
A holiday. Thanks,
Mhm.
Jesco. At least it wasn't Thanksgiving.
Yes,
Oh,
at least it
Veterans Day,
wasn't
so
the
that Monday's a holiday already, right?
no, Friday.
Oh,
Friday
the
is the day
Friday.
off.
Oh,
Yes.
Friday is the day off.
Mhm.
Ooh, neat. Um,
Um,
but go ahead.
but no, I was just gonna say, yeah, the provisional, that just happened. We just had the nationals announced, um, and we have our first score update for the Universitas Academy Fantasy League. And I know, Chris, this is why you were trying to stop me from talking about it because you did not want me to bring up the scores. Uh huh. All right.
Gosh, this is so bad. This
And
is why
after
Ryan. This is why Ryan didn't want to come on. I get this. I get this.
so after 1 week, after one event, I should say, in the lead we have Mr. Dave Wagner, aka Wintermute, on the Discord, in the lead with 23 points.
I have no idea how that
Or
happened. I feel like something. I want to miss. I want to recount, man. I want to
it was
recount.
President. It was the President Mike too. Oh, and then of course, obviously, we have in second place right now we have Andrew with 13 points, and third we have Tim with 11, and then bringing up the rear we have Team UA apparently, Chris and Ryan both with 3 points, and we also have some bonus points already sprinkled in there, but
Mm.
those were the points earned for the characters this past event, and obviously after this coming week's RLE, we will update you guys and
Okay.
give everyone the breakdown. Ryan is letting me know that actually I think it's showing the bonus points. So I'll go over those real quick too. After this first weekend, Tim actually has the most bonus points already earned. He has 10. Dave with 6 bonus points as well. Andrew with 1. Chris actually on the board with 2 bonus points. Ryan with no bonus points yet.
So that means I have 5 then?
Actually, no, that can't be right. Ryan has to have bonus points because he's I clearly have messed up. I'm trying to cheat Ryan out of points. He should have some bonus points up there. I will fix that, Ryan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one's on me. I don't know how to Excel spreadsheet.
I don't know.
Um,
That's all Greek to
mm,
me, so I have no idea. So,
uh,
man, the reason why. See, the issue is Tim didn't get any bonus points. I mean, more points from All Might 3 because I didn't get to play because I was
mm,
hoping to top, but I kind of was like, oh man, I gotta make sure Tim doesn't get any points. So I was like, I'll commentate instead.
okay, okay.
It's strategy, the game
Um,
within the game.
I did think it was funny that we talked about how no one's going to take Mineta 2, and then Mineta 2 instantly made top 4.
Oh, I get him
Yeah,
off the waiver wire, Ryan. Can I get him off the waiver wire? Can I trade a pick for a pick?
I don't know what I don't know why you asking Ryan. I'm in charge of this thing. And
Oh, you
no,
are? Oh,
no, you can pick up Mineta 2 when you decide to redraft him in the next season.
ah, man, I'm stuck with my team. Okay, someone's got
Yeah.
to come through for me. Let's
hmm
go.
But looking at the breakdown of characters from the provisional, especially in the top 16, I there was a really good spread of characters. Obviously, we had the 2 Momos, I believe 2 Kirishimas as
Hiroshima.
well,
Yep.
3 Tokoyamis.
Yeah, what a resurgence
Uh,
from Bird. A resurgence from
yeah,
Bird. There was not even an Oswee that sniffed top 16 yet this weekend.
no.
They did not sniff one at all.
And I wonder if that is more a function of just the top players, all like kind of shifting more towards the Momo life deck or maybe the Kirishima style deck. But we did see obviously David Pena. He had been on Kirishima 2 for a while. It seems like he was back on a Chaco 2 Death.
Got me
Uh,
some points. Let's go.
mhm.
Thanks. Thanks,
uh,
David. Appreciate it.
so we had a Toru in
Mm-hmm.
top 16. That was really
Yeah.
exciting.
We were side note about the Toro real quick.
Mhm.
We were gonna bring we were gonna after our match had ended, we were gonna jump into the Toru match, right? And it was like an already an almost like 45 minutes in, and Andrew peeks his head in there and he goes, "Hey guys, yeah, what's going on?" And the guy playing Toro goes, "Well, if you want it to be our stream match, just let you know that we have not touched each other yet, and we're going to deck out win for this game one." Like, it was him and versus Moneta. It was him versus the Moneta deck, and they had not touched each other, and they were just like, "Well, someone's gotta deck out at some point." And then they got games 2 and 3 over, like, super fast after that
Oh,
one,
that's
so yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, then
That's
Moneta
very
won,
funny.
and moved
Mm.
on. But, yeah, it was just kinda
Yep.
funny that it was just like, "Oh, well, okay, we'll just take a break."
Mhm.
Yeah, we just took a break.
Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, and Bakugo 1. We had the Bakugo 1 double front beatdown deck, a deck
Oh my
after
gosh.
Ryan's own heart. I
Oh,
watched
man.
I watched that match with bated breath. I did feel kind of bad for the Jiro player because it felt like everyone was rooting against them, and it's not
Oh,
that
for sure.
not rooting against them,
Yeah.
against the person per se. It's more
Oh,
just
yeah.
rooting for
Or
the madness
yes.
of double front beatdown.
Beat down. Yeah, it was super because, like, the guy was in contention. He was a win both players were winning in, and
Mhm.
Andrew had talked to him earlier, and he'd be like, "Hey, man, if you're at a winning end, do you mind being on stream?" And he kinda had to talk his opponent into it. He's like, "Come on, man, it'd
Mm.
be a lot of fun, you're probably gonna beat me, yada, yada, yada." And he did. He beat him in, like,
Yeah.
5 seconds in game 1,
In game 1, yeah.
and then Bakugo too, like, went "Blah," and just, like he did check bad a couple times, but,
Mhm.
man, we saw that, double front beatdown action. It was, like, the hypest thing. Like, that was a it was a real fantastic way to end the tournament with, like,
Yeah.
this underdog story, right? It was just
Mhm.
Jiro is just, like, this tournament proven, this deck that's topped and, gotten close to winning events, and we had little Bakugo, starter deck boy, and we even had a Deku 2 on
Mhm.
in during the rounds, and we were hoping that I think it was Will taking it. Was Midoriya, and we were hoping that he would push in and make a run for it, and it ended up being that Bakugo ended up going in, and even though then All Might like during the final exam just beat the hell out of him in top cuts,
It's
so
just the actual picture from final exam
yeah.
gut shot, just poof.
Oh yeah, oh dude, launched him into space for sure, but yeah, and
Yeah, no, that match was great, and I wanna say it was, like, game 2 or 3, the Bakugo, by, like, turn 2, maybe, had already seen, like, 3 double front beatdowns. Everyone's like, "Oh my ooh, this seems bad." Like, not that that deck has to have it to, like, go off, but, like,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what that deck does.
Mhm.
It gets you in a, like, oof. I've played against, that deck, on because Ryan has a version of it. He plays the air version because Ryan is an actual madman, and I believe he runs 4 double front beatdowns, and I wanna say 4,
Oh,
specialized
sound
sound
wave.
waves.
Ooh, that's crazy. What a
Just
nut.
yeah,
What a
yeah,
nut. I know
um,
that we were really excited for that. And then we had a couple really hype moments. Like we had a it was fourth kind versus Tokiyami. It
mhm,
was OSA Tyson and I forget the gentleman's last name. He plays at Poughkeepsie. He's twin.44 on the Discord.
okay,
Um and he needed a +1 high block off the top of his deck to stay alive, and he
mm.
ripped it with, like, the calling for backup. It was
Oh,
like,
that's awesome.
boom! It was like the hype it was like a hy we had a lot of hype moments. It was
Uh-huh,
really cool. It's like, man, I can see why people love to commentate because you get to see, you get to see that stuff, so,
mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. I actually played in Provisional as well. I went into it knowing I was only gonna play 3 rounds. So, I played Present Mike 2, after all of our, hoopla in the fantasy draft, and some chat in our Discord. I we kinda, like, theory crafted a deck together, and I looked at it, and I made, like, one tweak here or there. I played it. I won my first round, but I knew I wasn't going to play, so I just gave my opponent the win. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. I feel like that's fine, right?
Nah, people O2 drop all the time, it's known,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
And then my second round opponent, we were both on the same plan of only playing 3 rounds just to play, and so I beat him and then took that win. And then my third round opponent was gonna keep playing, so I just gave him the win too. But
Wasn't started the event 3-0 with present Mike too? You telling me this, then you just didn't, like, wanna ride that
well,
juice
no, 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 no.
out?
Well, I mean, you never know how, like, the matchups would have gone, right?
Yeah, I
So,
know, I know,
yeah,
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 I know. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's just kinda
But
funny, it's like, where it's like, "Ooh, the secret sauce," and no one knows
yeah.
about it because we giving wins away, we're giving wins away.
Mhm. Yeah, but no, it was the deck was like to be honest, chaos. I played it off chaos, which is not a symbol I've ever really played, and it's not a style of play that I am really familiar with at all. I am not a super defensive player. I am a much more like I'm not gonna just give people backswings or anything like that. But like the poke builds, hand sculpting kind of play style is not really mine. So it was really fun just to play a completely different style of deck and just to see how it works. Um, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun getting back out there and playing some more. Um,
One of the hype matches during the day was the Ingenium match,
mhm,
and that was awesome, I know everyone wanted Ingenium to win. I don't remember who won. I don't know if he won or not. I don't totally don't remember that.
Mhm.
Everything's kind of like a blur, except for like little blips. It's just like
Mhm.
a little sparks I remember. But that was really cool. We were trying to get we people who were in the top brackets, anyone who had a really cool deck. Like we were like. Because we heard Andrew was talking about, we have someone's bringing this Ingenium deck and these like 201s. We're putting them on, and
Mhm.
it was really neat to see like a plethora of decks that really did kind of well and did really cool things. It was really awesome.
Nice. Um, I I wanna say I think my biggest pleasant surprise from the weekend was, Jose Narono's deck, the Shigaraki
Oh
Death deck.
yeah, yep.
I was super excited to see that do well, and obviously he made it to top 8, didn't quite make it, against the Mineta 2,
Yeah.
but man, that deck seems like a lot of fun.
It really kind of lends itself now to the poke build meta
Mhm,
now, the hand sculpt meta, if you want to say that now. Now that not that Asui's
mhm,
gone forever, but just that everyone's saying, oh, the game slowed down by a turn, so maybe we'll see different decks. And we
mhm,
we knew that we were getting Jose on round one because Andrew was like, yeah, something in Jose saying he's playing Shigaraki because everyone's giving him crap or whatever, and saying,
mm,
but and he actually placed, and so like I kept saying the Shigaraki contingent can finally lift their fists to the sky and say, "We
mhm,
were right. We were right." Because he has a really good matchup against certain characters, and you thought that you'd have a really good matchup against Mineta, right?
mhm.
So, yeah, it's just I don't know, just things happen, and that's why they play card games, right?
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it's just, dare I say, it isn't in the cards.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, were you talking about that extra turn, Ryan? You keep
Mhm.
saying I don't know. I can't look at chat because I'm gonna start cracking up.
So
Oh
so
okay.
what
Yeah.
you're not seeing is while we're recording, Ryan is sending us messages, trying to make us laugh and trying to break us like I don't know if he's trying to do it, but it is working.
It's working.
He's
It's work.
yes,
It's
he's sending
working.
us messages and
Oh
just
yeah.
talking to us, and
Yeah. Yeah.
of course it's funny 'cause it's Ryan.
Oh yeah. Because Ryan. Yeah.
Sen
Yeah.
sending us gifs and memes and things like that.
Oh yeah.
Uh, but so what were your overall thoughts, big picture thoughts from the provisional? Is this something we kind of do that I like, just kind of like where do you think the meta is going to change from here? Do you think going into the Pasadena, people are going to be like, okay, we know Kirishima 2 and Momo are the heavy hitters right now. Those two decks we
Sure.
saw go the furthest. And is there anything I can do to change my deck to fight against them and also be competitive against the rest of the field? Because I feel like a lot of people, or maybe newer players, they'll overcorrect and they'll think I have to have a deck that beats Momo. And you can make a deck that maybe beats Momo, but then doesn't beat anything else and it's pointless.
Yeah. For sure.
It's finding that balance.
Um.
Um,
I want to say the meta's like overall the meta seem. I know people are probably gonna chastise me, but I think the meta's actually fine, really. Because
mm,
if you think about it, Travis could have lost and top 16 to Keenan.
mhm,
Keenan made a miscalculation and forgot about Starlet. Um, and in every match, I would say even the game against Brandon in finals, even though it was a 2-0 win for him, it was
mhm.
still really close because
It was.
there was times where Brandon would go in and he'd just be like one attack short.
Mhm,
It's just like, well, I guess I die now because I didn't get to finish out my attack string, or it's just I don't know. Like I think set three is going to come out with some stuff that will help us with some wall breaking. It seems like, but
mhm,
I don't know. It just the way one way that you can beat Momo, kind of like how you can beat Kirishima too. It just seems like this is the people like to sit back, right? You just have to
mhm.
constantly pressure these decks that love to build these giant staging areas. Like Brandon had one point had like 23 foundations in his staging area in one game, and it's just
Yeah.
like, why isn't his opponent just attacking him every turn? His opponent kept building, and it's just like, well, he's just. And then if he did poke him, Brandon would be like, well, I'll take three and then tap these three homages and draw three cards, and then how can you not find a hand of like eight attacks
Mhm.
drawing three extra cards a turn when your opponent just goes poke and builds three? It's just you kind of
Yeah.
have to just have that mindset. It's just you have to attack. You have to be aggressive into these wall decks. You can't be afraid to attack into them. You just can't. And
Yes.
it showed this weekend that Travis against Brandon, he was more aggressive than normal because he knew Brandon's strategy was I need because you need at least 4 or 5 attacks to at least hit Momo because she's gonna block 2 or 3 of them.
Mhm. Yeah, and to your point, like, I mean, Travis got he was 16th, right? So
Hmm,
he was like
hmm.
the very last spot. So to him, all like he obviously won the event. He took the
Yeah.
advantage of the opportunity he had, but he almost I don't know what his tie breaks were, but if he was 16th, I mean, he was on the cusp of also not making top cuts.
It was that weird. We had a bunch of draws, so it was like I
Mm,
think it was 5-1 and 2. There was
okay.
two 5-1 and 2s that snuck in, which was really weird. I know that River, a play group mate of mine, they also came in at 5-1 and 2, but they were 17th. So
Ooh,
yeah,
just
so
cut off.
yeah, just the cutoff. But
Yeah,
it's just weird things happen, and
yeah,
just so I don't know. It's just things happen, and Travis rolled the dice, and he's gone first all day and won, and he's gone second all day and won. So
yeah, and that
yeah,
speaks to not only the strength of of Momo the character, the strength of the symbol, but also just the strength of Travis the player, right?
yeah,
Travis came in second in the Orlando RLE. Obviously has won multiple provisionals now. Clearly a very good player. So
yep.
there is some luck involved, but I think what's the old saying? Luck is when skill meets or preparation meets opportunity or something like
Opportunity,
that.
something like that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Some sports ball reference. Yeah.
Mhm. So you would say overall the meta is in a relatively healthy spot.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I
Okay.
think the little bit of bannings we got really pushed it into a
Mhm.
more like a more healthy spot. To quote you, yeah.
Mhm.
You could maybe that was the why the Oswees didn't do so well because people were just really still like, well, I guess I don't get frog lashing, so I don't really know what else to do in that spot. Maybe people haven't innovated yet, or maybe they're holding the decks back for this weekend because it was a regional, so that's
Mhm.
also a possibility. Because I know that Jesse topped with her in Toronto, and then I know that Ryan Fields was close. He was
Mhm.
closest in the bubble with her, so it's she's still a force. It's just I think she's gonna move to water when set 3 comes out because she
Okay.
gets to draw cards more with
Mhm.
that Eraserhead Foundation.
Though
So
if your character's committed or
character's
something?
committed, draw a
Yeah.
card. Yeah,
Oh
and then
yeah. Yeah, slam it.
you can like I'm gonna kick frog kick. I'm gonna ready this card. I'm gonna draw. You can draw
Yeah,
more cards.
it's what you do with passing the torch in the life version.
Yeah, exact. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So,
Uh,
we'll see what happens. I think
mhm.
she's gonna make a resurgence, but it may not be till set 3.
Okay. I do wonder if it is something kind of along the lines, like you said, where maybe people were holding back a newer version of the Life Asui deck, or maybe people. I mean, a lot of people net deck, and that's totally fine. And they, maybe they saw, oh well, there isn't really no one's come up with a new version of it. And I mean, I'll be honest, when I play a lot of other games, I net deck. I don't have time to sit and look at
Yeah.
stuff obsessively, and not even obsessively, really at all, and try to figure it out. Uh,
I mean, you could be
so
like me and just play the same deck for like, I don't know, when are we on? Like 9 months now? So,
I mean, to be honest, that's probably the best plan. Because then you just know the ins and outs of your deck and your matchups,
Yeah, yeah.
as opposed to just doing what I do, which is just, just, "Ooh, shiny new thing. Ooh, this I
I
like
mean,
this
like
character. Ooh, I like this character."
there goes to something about just, like, picking something up and just playing it for the fun of it, to learn
Mhm.
it, and then you're like, "Oh, maybe you'll fall in love with it," and then that becomes your deck for, like, 6 months, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I saw the Midnight cards, and I'm just like, "Well, we're bringing her back, boys," It's just, "Well, I'm gonna have my All Might, and I'm gonna have my Midnight deck. I'll have my 2 pro heroes because the kids suck." So, because we don't like kids, and we like adults, and adults are cooler than kids, because it's my old man soapbox right there.
I mean, so where's your Mount Lady deck gonna be?
Right next to Midnight,
Oh,
like
okay,
it
okay,
should be.
okay,
Once I get my photogenic heroes, that's
okay.
I
They're
need
gonna
to go.
fight amongst each other as they do in the show, and then whoever
You
wins that day. Okay, I got you. I got you.
got
It's
it. You
very
got
very
it.
thematic. Very thematic.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
Um. So, any predictions for the RLE? Do you think we're gonna see something new win? Do you think we're gonna see a non-life deck win the RLE?
I gotta see who my picks are first, because that's who I'm gonna. No, I'm not. I'm not going over my picks. Nah. Personally,
I mean, the obvious answer is good All Might 3 by Chris Smith.
Oh yeah, for sure. Always, always,
Mm.
always, always, always. I would like to see it not a life deck win. That'd be
Okay.
kind of nice. It's taken the last 3 events. But I just think it just comes down to who's piloting when and what your matchups are. Because all you can do is take care of what's in front of you. You can't just like psychically beam bad thoughts into your opponent's deck like Brandon did to David when David just checked threes all day. You know,
Hmm.
I think it's the only time I've ever seen that happen before.
Yeah.
Um, but no, I know there's a lot of heavy hitters coming out. Everyone's going to bring their best deck smokescreen because no one wants to give away their tech 5 days before the event.
Yeah.
You know, so it is what it is. I mean, to be fair, format's kind of solved a little bit at the top tables. With them, unless something out of left field comes and hits us, like the Shigaraki. Like I would love to see more. I would love to like. Not gonna lie, if I don't win it, I would love to see a Shigaraki deck win because that would be hilarious and it would be
Hmm.
it'd be pretty cool. Not gonna lie, it'd be pretty cool.
I don't know that this is gonna happen, but I would love to see a Blood Curdle deck win, right? Because that's like we've talked about it some, but that is like the obvious answer to Momo and like Hiroshima is Blood Curdle. All right, you
Yeah.
don't get to do whatever it is like that makes your defense so great this turn, and I'm just gonna like I've sculpted my hand and I have like I'm fourth kind and I just get to kill you now. I tap all your crap down and you don't get to build anything, Momo. Sorry, you just die.
I've heard like 0-2 is a real good counter towards her because when she wants to build her blocks, you just kick them and get free speed and
Mm-hmm.
card draw. So that kind of because we talked about this weekend about hand economy. It
Mm-hmm.
seems like that's the name of the game. Is like you always want to keep your hand and you want to. I think Chris Bromley's coined this phrase, resource positive.
Okay.
So you always want to like be you always want to fill your hand like cards like future charge, recipro extend, stuff like that. All might,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
you want to be able to fill your hand as you're attacking or defending, and that really gives you a leg up against the competition who can't. Like there's certain symbols that just don't draw cards.
No.
Like take death for an instant. They may have like excited for blood, but that's a reactive card. You don't
Mm-hmm.
have any like proactive draw. Everything is reactive on what your opponent does. And you normally don't want to rely on your opponent controlling what you get to do or not, because that gives them the advantage in the matchup.
Hmm. Yeah, because ultimately they have some say over whether or not that thing gets to happen.
Correct.
Whereas, like you said, like Future Charge, like that card doesn't see a lot of play, but I ran it in my Order Dinky deck, and that card's actually really great in there because you're like, I'm gonna draw a card. Do you want to block this 3-speed mid that does nothing other than draw me a card? You do. Okay, cool. Well, now I get to target tap something.
Yeah, Sam Tate was running that in his Denki deck that
Oh,
time.
awesome! I didn't
Yeah,
see that. That's
yeah, yeah,
great. Yeah,
yeah.
that
He was
card's great in there.
yeah, he was doing some really cool shenanigans with that, the normal Denki stuff, but he was playing like Recipro Burst
Oh yeah, that was
and
my deck. Yeah.
yeah,
Or
it's
no, no,
Recipro
it's not. I'm
Burst.
not saying he played my
Yeah,
deck, but
yeah,
that's
yeah,
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. It was Recipro Burst, and what's his ultra rare? The six diff.
Oh, Blitz Rush. Oh, who's running
Blitz
Blitz
Rush.
Rush? That's
Yeah, he was
awesome.
running. He was running both of them. So
Oh,
it's like
that's crazy.
yeah, like you could shove all this momentum in. You can either Blitz Rush and then
Mm-hmm.
what's Recipro Burst them. Yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
just then he gets to target touch your cards. That's another thing we were talking about too is symbols that have like target control. Like you get to be like
Mm-hmm.
snipe pieces. Like no, no, and we had the angry blob of Tim Keefe over us the entire
Mm-hmm.
time when we were talking about the target. Like
Mm-hmm.
the irrefutable forces, the irrefutable force of natures, your heroic strikes, stuff like that. That really
Mm-hmm.
puts a damper on your opponent's stage because that's kind of like how you can proactively win. You're just like, well, you don't have the resources. You get to
Mm-hmm.
take a release away from a character. You get to say no. You don't get to use that rescue completed. So
Or stuff
it's just
like
tough to use.
confused, like
Mhm.
no, you don't get to pull back this cannon blast. It's removed from the game. Or no, you don't get to pull back instant shining flash and kill my momentum. It's
Yeah,
removed from the game, or something like
yeah,
that.
exactly. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
I
because
do
like,
think those are important cards that I think people are
mhm,
going to start to realize they need against these super defensive decks. You need those things that it's not going to be like the one giant punch through their armor, but it's going to put little cracks in it along the way, and then it makes it easier to just knock it down.
because I don't think Momo could kill anybody if you get rid of her cannon blasts. Like, she may be able to home run comment you, but it's not as that's
It's a lot
not as
harder.
it's a lot harder with home run comment because
Mhm.
you have to play a longer string where cannon blast is like, well, this is like, a 10 high 11, a 10 high 12. Can you block it? Then I have
Yeah.
another one that's going to kill you. So you
Yeah.
can get rid of those cards like a confused blah, 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 villains defeated when you
Villains
block
defeated.
her smaller moves to not let her get as much advantage.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can really whittle away at her offense because you're like, well, if you can't, I'm not afraid of you if you can't drop cannons on me because I'm just not. Like
Yeah.
she has a bunch of 4 damage moves, and
Mhm.
sure, why not? Okay, you
Yeah.
know
Also,
the
just
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, just don't build into deadlock when she has quick creation out there.
That's
Just
also
don't do
true.
that, guys. Just don't do
Also
that.
true. That's something I'm really excited to see at a set 3 is more asset hate.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for more asset hate. But
Mhm.
we did see a think that we don't know this for a fact, but we're pretty sure Back Alley Haymaker was the most played card this weekend. So everybody knows if it's in every deck, ban it. So I'm joking. The card's amazing and it's super fair.
Mhm.
It's just it's a 5 diff that does a
I
bunch of
wouldn't
things.
say it's super fair, but it's a great card.
It's a great card. I mean, I'm trying to talk it down, John. It's in my All Might deck. I'm trying to
Oh, I love
talk it
that card.
down. I don't need that deck on any. I don't need that card on any radar. Okay.
Ryan can chime in real quick if he wants to, but I'm pretty sure he's never played a deck. He's never played against me playing a deck that didn't have Back Alley Haymaker in it. So as soon as that card came out, that card's a banger.
Yeah, the
Everything about
card
that
is
card's great.
yeah, that card's fantastic. Yes,
Yep.
it's one of the most value town cards we have. So
Hmm.
it's easily, if it's not excited for blood, it is the most played card at a Crimson Rampage for sure.
Yeah. I would say it is just because of ease of access, right? Like I
Mhm.
want to say out of my boxes, I got like 8 Back Alley Haymakers and one excited for Blast. So of
Yeah, I think I'm sitting on like 15
course,
just
rare
because I
versus ultra
pull
rare.
because I pull them over at locals all the time, and I'm like, well, I'm
Yeah.
not getting rid of these. I'm gonna keep these because if I'm gonna
Yeah.
play it, I want if I'm playing those symbols, it's like an instant 4/3
Hmm.
in that deck whatsoever. So
It's like the inverse Gale Force punch from set one, where I got like 12 of those that I'm never gonna like. Maybe I'll play one or two somewhere, but like no, I got like 12 excited for or 12 Back Alley Haymakers. It's great.
Mhm.
Everything about the card is great.
Yep.
Um, well, I think that's gonna do it for us
Is
really
it?
for this
Oh
week.
wow, yeah, that was the best.
Yeah,
That was the best one.
we covered provisional, we covered the fantasy score, we covered the regional, and we
Yep.
talked about nationals coming up.
Oh yeah, we did.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. If you are
Uh,
looking to go to nationals, I know there is a hotel block
mhm.
at the convention. It's probably gonna fill up soon, I would imagine. So if you are
Also,
on,
I also heard it's only through Sunday, which is really weird.
yeah, that is. I don't know if is it just the con itself or is it just uh
No,
but
oh,
yeah,
is it during a convention?
I thought it was during a convention. Maybe
Oh,
I'm
hopefully.
totally wrong.
I'm hoping we don't have to buy a badge for it. That sucks. I don't
Maybe
want extra.
maybe I'm just assuming it's
I'm
during a
probably gonna assume
convention.
it's probably during a con because when we were talking about there was a con in Dallas in November at one point, like off screen, we were talking about if they were gonna do it, it was gonna be either Thanksgiving Day weekend or there was some con in
Like,
Dallas like early part of the month. I think we were talking
yeah.
about that at one point,
Um,
but yeah, I don't know.
I
I would love to see. I get it. They probably can only block so many days off for like
yeah,
just because of a hotel, but man, that's gonna be super rough to like have everyone come in like on a Thursday and then immediately leave on a Sunday night. So it's like,
yeah.
well, we better get your games done on time.
Okay, so I am looking at the announcement now. I don't see anything about there being a con, so I think in my head I just decided there was a convention or
Um,
something.
your head
Okay.
canon, got it. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it.
So I'm actually looking at the announcement from Jellyfish. It is the Renaissance Dallas Hotel, November 11th through 13th. It says book your hotels before October 3rd to get in on the special rates for the hotel block.
Oh,
They,
okay. So it's before October 3rd. Okay, okay.
yeah. So there you go,
Which
guys.
is which is my wedding anniversary. That's
Oh,
kind of that's convenient.
just wake up that day. Some important stuff to do today, honey. Book a hotel for nationals.
I mean, I'll let someone else book a hotel. I'll just be like, "Hey, can I get some floor?" And that, I did it at Gen Con. I slept underneath the table for
There you
2
go.
days.
It's supposed to be good for your back, right? Sleeping on the
I
floor.
mean, it was like Harry Potter, but I was underneath the table, so it was great.
Oh,
Had
so
my own
the
little
closet.
area, had my sleeping bag all set up, had my backpack, and I had like a
Built a little
partition.
fort.
They had a little fort. It was great.
Nice, nice.
I'm not, I only had to pay like $50 for the weekend, so I was totally worth it. So
There you go. Sweet.
yeah.
Oh,
But
well.
yeah, I know I have a Take 10 episode coming out
Mhm.
with Brett Midling. You may know him as Charles Barkley. That's going to come
Mhm.
out sometime next week, I believe Ryan said. I'm looking to get Chris Bromley on sometime after the regional, so we'll work on that. But yeah,
Hang
that's
on.
what.
You mean to
Yeah,
tell me that NBA superstar
Hall of
Charles
Famer.
Bark Hall of Famer,
Mm-hmm.
member of the Dream Team,
Yeah, huh?
Charles Barkley is not actually in the MHA Discord? That's not actually Charles Barkley?
That's not actually
I've been
Charles
under the
Barkley.
assumption that it was the round mound of rebound the whole time. All right. Is not him?
No, man, I'm sorry to burst your bubble.
Oh man.
Sorry.
I mean, it's cool, I guess. I guess I'll still watch the interview.
He's a real cool dude. He's a real cool dude. Please
Okay,
watch
okay,
it. Please watch it.
okay.
We since like he's a newer player, we talk
Mhm.
about like him starting his group up, what advice he can give to newer players trying to
Okay,
start their
cool.
own communities and all that. So we go through a bunch of fun stuff. So it's a real good time. So yes, please watch.
Okay, very cool. Yeah. Um, obviously, do all the algorithm things. I hear Matt channeling it into my brain right now. Tell them do the algorithm things. Like,
Just
subscribe. Tell your friends
yep,
to
yep.
subscribe.
Just share it in all your groups, even if they
Hmm.
don't even play the game. Share it in
Yeah,
all your groups. Just do it.
share it, just share it.
Share it, please. Share it.
If you are traveling to Pasadena, please be safe.
Thank you.
Safe travels to everyone, Chris,
I'll
especially you.
see everybody there. Thank you. Thank
Hmm.
you. Thank you.
Hope you guys have a
Um,
great time.
Me too. I hope we're coming back with a UA win, man. That would be sick. I'm not gonna
It would be
lie.
great.
It'd be great.
It's
Great.
all riding on you, man, because none of us are going. The rest of us aren't going.
Oh.
So,
I mean, I don't know if anyone knows, but Matt is commentating, so he is going but not playing. So,
hmm
but yeah. So
hmm
you guys will see some of us there, but
yeah,
some of us will
exactly.
be working. So,
Hmm
But anywho. All right. Yeah,
hmm
that was good. This is the part of the show where I like to yell at Ryan to roll the credits, right? Can Ryan roll the credits? Roll the credits,
Right.
Ryan.
Hit the
Hit
credits, Ryan.
hit the
Bye, guys.
credits,
Have a
Ryan.
great week.
Bye. Have a good weekend.
Mm.